In recent months, Matt Walsh has made a name for himself as a guy who's way too interested in the sexual activities of minors. So it shouldn't come as no surprise that the ultra-conservative zealot and self-proclaimed journalist also has a long history of defending convicted child accoster Josh. If you spent most of your life blissfully unaware of Walsh's presence, but have found his punchably smug mug inescapable lately, that's probably due to his involvement in two highly controversial projects. First, Walsh dared to investigate the title question in What is a Woman?, an anti-trans documentary that cemented his reputation as the Michael Moore of the far-right, not a compliment. Shortly thereafter, Walsh once again got his base all whipped into a frenzy over other people's genitals, this time by making the easily debunked claim that Nashville's Vanderbilt University Medical Center is castrating children. With October right around the corner, we're sure Walsh's next trick will be alleging that your neighborhood libs are offering hormone replacement therapy to trick-or-treaters in lieu of candy. Anyway, what does the fear-mongering bigotry of the latest Ben Shapiro wannabe have to do with Josh? Well, it seems that in the wake of news that Josh had accosted 5 young girls, 4 of whom were his sisters, Walsh proudly positioned himself as the reality star's biggest defender. The Duggars aren't hypocrites, progressives are, Walsh declared, choosing to turn this into a culture war issue instead of being duly disgusted by the details of the case, including the nauseating revelation that one of Josh's victims tried to fight him off, and her parents still took no action to prevent further attacks. Walsh went on to argue that the Duggars were being pilloried for their faith, and not for the fact that the Josh's parents allowed countless acts of child accostation to take place under their roof. They are roundly despised for their beliefs, their outspoken nature, and for the parents' decision to have 19 kids, Walsh wrote after Josh's police record was revealed in 2015. Progressive trolls have been anxiously waiting for a chance to burn them down and dance on their ashes, and now they've finally been given the opportunity. Yes, clearly, progressive trolls are the problem here, and not the accoster who later became an active participant in a CP ring. Click on the bell icon to stay up to date on my new videos. Walsh went on to argue that being publicly shamed was sufficient punishment for Josh, and anyone calling for his family's television show to be cancelled had simply gone too far. Walsh went on to admit that, like Josh's parents, he would not take action if a son of his were accused of a sex crime against a child. He went on to blast the critics who labeled Josh, gasp, a hypocrite for making a career out of espousing family values despite having accosted 4 of his sisters. It makes him cowardly, perhaps. It makes him selfish. It makes him flawed. It makes him sinful. It makes him any number of things, but not necessarily a hypocrite, Walsh wrote. Not surprisingly, Walsh has remained silent in the wake of Josh's recent conviction on CP charges. We'd say Walsh will probably find the time to visit his favorite former TLC star as Josh serves his 12-and-a-half-year sentence in a Texas federal prison. But the man is much too busy trying to figure out what the hell a woman is.